Hello, my name is Mitya, and in this tutorial we're going to walk through sending data, custom data, from Unreal Engine back to LightAct. So the first step, let's start with LightAct, is to create a UE data receiver. Everything here has already been set up, so the only thing you need to do is click on Receive. All right, I'm gonna move this away. The communication between Unreal Engine and LightAct when it comes to custom data is through shared memory. So when you are receiving data on Unreal Engine side, the only thing you need to do is create this node, and that's been explained in another tutorial. But when you're sending the data from Unreal Engine, what you need to do is first you need to open the shared memory and connect it to begin play. So this node executes only once when you start the play, basically. So I'm going to type in the same thing that is written on LightAct side. UE to LA custom data, and the handle size is 1024. Now, while we are playing, we are going to be reading this shared memory, but when we end with the playback, what we need to do is close shared memory. And again, we need to type in the same thing here. So what we are doing now is when I press play, this shared memory handle gets opened, and when I press stop, it gets closed. All right, so now the next thing is we need to we need to obviously write something to shared memory. And again, we type in the same handle name and 1024 as the handle size. All right, now I'll explain briefly what this map is. It basically connects a key with a string value to a LightAct custom JSON value type. So what I can do is I'm going to type in UE float, for example, and then if I go into the LightAct category, you'll see that there's a bunch of these converters. So what these converter nodes do is convert a float value to what LightAct requires, or what our plugin requires, which is the JSON value. So I'm going to save and press play. All right, and let's see what comes in on LightAct side. So you see that I'm already receiving the value. Now I can add some more. For example, I can add a UE vec 3 and find our vec3 convert, or just this one, vec3 to LightAct JSON. Yep, that's the one, like so, and 6 like so. And if I press play, you see that we are getting the vec3 value as well. Now, what to do with this data in LightAct? So in the layer, you create a read UE node, read UE data node, and here I can remove the data and then remove this. By default, you have one, I think, Boolean output, but what we are actually sending is a float, and it's a vec3. So I'm going to type in the same key that I'm using when I'm sending from Unreal Engine, which is UE float and UE vec3, and then I'm going to use console print to console, two of them, so that I'm printing both the float as well as the vec3. And here I'm gonna save and select the device, and if I open the console window, you see that I'm receiving the data, but not the right data. So I misspelled the thing, so I need to type in 3. And the data is arriving just the way it's supposed to. So depending on what kind of data you want to be sending, just use these handy little nodes that convert any kind of data into the JSON data type that make map node requires, and you should be all set.